Good afternoon. Y'all like my theme music? Y'all like my theme music? I love that. I love that music. All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I see you online. I see you online. Good evening. Good evening. Good afternoon. Drea, good to see you online. This is Brother Juan with a little tax talk on this cold winter day in Oklahoma City. Of course, I am Juan P. Barrientos II, aka Brother Juan. Next Step Financial Partners. I partner with Christian life coaches, consultants, course creators, solopreneurs to allow you to get your time back, spend more time with your clients, increase revenue by an average of 30% with financial accounting and tax planning so that you can empower more of your clients to achieve their goals, grow your business, and fulfill your purpose. I hold a bachelor's degree in business management, hold a master's degree in accounting and financial management. I participate in the annual filing season program with the IRS. I have a record of completion for 2021. And also I'm currently studying to be an enrolled agent with the IRS. And so welcome to this opportunity to just share some information. It is tax time. Filing season started about 2 weeks late with the IRS. I have heard some good news in that they lifted the requirements of the PATH Act. So if you have earned income tax credit on your tax return or child tax credit, that waiver has been lifted that restricts them from issuing funds before a certain time in February. And so that restriction is lifted. So I hear people already getting deposits in their accounts. So it's good to have that money flowing in the American economy. I'll say it like that. So welcome, no matter where you are watching. Took me a few moments to get on because I had to set up Instagram. I forgot about Instagram. It's always extra work for Instagram because no platform can stream to it. I literally have to use my phone. So hello, Instagram. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm not really going to be doing a PowerPoint. I just want to talk just for a moment. We're going to talk about steps to take before you prepare your taxes. Steps to take before you prepare your taxes. Many of you don't know, I do have a speech impediment. I have a speech impediment. Yes. Yeah, those of you know I am a pastor, Pastor Shiller Faith Baptist Church here in Oklahoma City as well. And so I speak publicly all the time, but I do have a speech impediment. I get excited, I start talking fast, and I'll start stuttering and everything else. And so when I start slowing down, I'm not trying to sound more intelligent. I'm just trying not to stutter. And so nevertheless, God has allowed me to overcome that and do public speaking all the time. But so you know, my mind works faster than my mouth. All right, so the IRS has reported that they expect more than 80 million taxpayers to use paid professionals to complete and submit tax returns for this year. And now this is whether you are going to do your own taxes or whether you're going to hire a professional. I want to be a help to you either way. And so if you're going to do your own taxes, great. But this first step is if you're not, you have to choose somebody to do your taxes for you. A lot of people seek out CPAs. You don't necessarily need a CPA to do your taxes, but a paid tax preparer needs what's called a PTIN, P-T-I-N, Prepare Tax Identification Number. This is issued by the IRS for anybody who receives funds for doing tax returns. And so your tax preparer should have a PTIN. Of course, I do have a PTIN. I'm also authorized e-file provider with the IRS. And so you definitely want to look into that. The education requirement that you may need your tax preparer to have will depend upon the complexity of your tax situation. And so the more complex your tax situation, The more educated you need your tax preparer to be, also the more expensive your tax return is going to be based on that complexity. So you want to set an appointment here at Next Step Financial Partners. We utilize a portal. We have two different portals, actually. One portal you will be set up so that you can e-sign your return. And also you can submit documents. We have an organizer there as well. And then we also have a different portal if you want to just onboard yourself. And so there's, again, a questionnaire that you'll answer. You have the ability to upload documents. One of them requires us to set you up one. The other, again, you can just onboard yourself. But nevertheless, our portal with our software allows you to e-sign that return so that we can submit it electronically on your behalf. So the first thing you want to do is begin to gather your documents, gather your W-2s, gather any 1099s you have, 1099 DIV for dividends, 1099 INT for interest income, 1099 G for unemployment. A lot of people, 2020, had to take unemployment, and so that is taxable income. So I hope if you took unemployment in 2020 that you had them withheld those taxes, or else they're going to be due. So if you have a 1099 G, a 1099 miscellaneous, 1099 NEC, or any other variation of 1099, you want to make sure you have all of your tax documents. Also, if you have gambling winnings, the W-2G, you want to make sure you have all of your tax documents gathered together. It is beneficial for you to gather everything together at one time and then submit everything at once so you don't leave anything out. You want to definitely have any receipts. If you itemize deductions, any receipts that are associated with that, you want to make sure you gather all those together and have those in one place. If you are in business for yourself, you need to have that record of your income and expenses. So if you're filing a Schedule C, hopefully, y'all know Brother Juan preaches and teaches bookkeeping and keeping track of your numbers. And so hopefully you've been keeping your books in some type of software so that you can submit a profit and loss statement and a balance sheet. And again, it is best not to bring your tax preparer a box of receipts for your business. One, the more organized your records are, the less time it takes to prepare your return, which ultimately translates into a lower fee. If you drop off a bunch of receipts with your income statements, and which listing your income and your expenses for the year, and expect your tax preparer to put together a profit and loss statement for you, that is bookkeeping. And so that can get very expensive. That's not actually doing the tax return, that is bookkeeping. And so you want to make sure you have all your receipts, have your profit and loss statement and balance sheet. If you are in business for yourself, you want to make sure you have all your personal information, your legal name, your copy of your driver's license, your social security number and card for yourself and all of your dependents that you are placing on your return. You want to make sure you have all of that. If you have daycare expenses, you want to make sure that you get the employer identification number for the daycare, or hopefully they'll give you a statement showing how much you paid them, because you will definitely need that. And by law, they have to give you that information, the employer identification number, if they've taken money from you for daycare. By law, they have to give it to you, so they should just hand it over. But I know sometimes people aren't, up to par with their business, and so they anyway. Also, if you are expecting a refund, you want to make sure that you have your bank account information, your routing number, your account number. You want to make sure if you have it written down, that you have it written down correctly. It is much better to just void a check if you use checks. I know today we probably don't use a lot of checks, but if you use checks, void a check to put it with your paperwork so that the tax preparer knows what account you want your refund in. If you're depositing a refund, if you're going to make a payment, with your tax return. If you owe taxes, same thing, have that voided check of the account that you want to pay. You don't necessarily have to pay when you file, but if you have the money, go ahead and pay if you owe. Also, if you're going to split your refund into different accounts, Form 8888 is available, and that form is if you want to split your refund in different accounts. You want a certain amount going to one account, certain amount going to another. That form is available. Just ask your tax preparer; they can pull it up and add it with no problem. And be careful for tax preparers that want to pay their refund, pay for their services with your refund using Form 8888. That is not what it's for. It is for you as the taxpayer to split your refund into different accounts, not to pay your tax preparer. So be careful with that. Everybody's not up to par and honest. Also, a lot of things that people don't think about. If you have a new preparer, you want to also submit your last year's tax return with all your information. Your last year's tax return with all your information is going to have dividends, interest. Is going to have other information attached to that, information that they know. Also, so they don't miss any deductions that you normally get or credits that you normally get. And so bottom line, whether you owe taxes, whether you handle someone to, whether you pay someone to handle your tax return, keeping good records will always save you time. And if it saves you time, it's going to save you money as well. The cost of a paid tax preparer. Here at Next Step Financial Partners, we base our fees based upon the form and the complexity of your tax return. I know oftentimes when people want professional tax services, first thing they ask is, how much do you charge? Well, I know nothing about your situation. Nothing about your situation. And we'll use an example. You work one job all year. You have a W-2, one W-2. All right. You made, just throw a number out there, $25,000. That's a very simple return. You have nothing else going on. It's a very simple return. You have somebody else who made $25,000 in a year, but they got a new job every month. So they have 12 W-2s. Well, the price to do the one is going to be different from the price to do the other. It's a lot more data entry. There's a lot more oversight. There's a lot more examination that we have to do as a result. And so it's form and complexity based as far as our prices. You can always reach out, book a time, a free 15-minute tax strategy with myself, Brother Juan. You can use the link bit.ly/Brother Juan, bit.ly/Brother Juan. That'll take you right to my link tree page, and you can book a time there for a free 15-minute tax strategy session where we'll look at your situation, and then I can give you an estimate on how much your return would be to utilize our services with Next Step Financial Partners. I did say if anybody is on and you have any questions on taxes, definitely type those in the comment, and we'll take an opportunity to answer those if you have any. And it's good to see everybody online. Let me know you're here. Type hashtag live and let me know you're here. I see a couple of people on right now. And of course, if I'm looking at your Instagram name, I don't know your real name. So I'm going to say that's Naomi, Natural Naomi. Good to see you tune in. And of course, I see my cousin Drea. Good to see you online. And there's a few other people. Let me know you're here. Type hashtag live. Let me know you're here. My wife, Kizzy. All right. I love you. And my birthday is Saturday, just in case you forgot. All right. Let me know you're here. Hashtag live. Let me know you watch the replay. Hashtag replay. Again, Brother Juan. If you have any tax questions, let me know. And again, the big thing, unemployment. Unemployment. So many people take it for granted, not knowing that unemployment is taxable income. And so we have to pay taxes on unemployment. One thing with the COVID bill that was passed in late December after Christmas, which was one of the reasons why the IRS delayed opening e-filing season. One awesome thing that they did is to allow the look back for the earned income tax credit. So the thing with unemployment is taxable income, but it's unearned income. So it's not calculated into the amount that you would receive for the earned income tax credit by nature of what is called is earned income tax credit. And so with the look back, it allows you to look back at your 2019. Another reason to have your previous year's return, especially in this case, is for that look back credit, so that you can get the earned income credit and hopefully receive a better refund that you would have otherwise. Great part of that bill that was passed. Be even nice if unemployment was non-taxable this year. But anyway, beggars can't be choosers. Amen. It would be nice, but nevertheless, it's really great to the degree that our government is stepping in and doing. Unemployment, the most of it's ever been extended has been 40 weeks, 39 weeks, I believe, 39 weeks. And so we're going on a year for some people starting next month, a year on unemployment. So nevertheless, we hope and pray that everybody's staying safe and well and, dealing with this pandemic. And I definitely believe one of the results of this recession that we find ourselves in, this economic recession, is going to be the birth of many entrepreneurs. And that's not tax talk, but the birth of many entrepreneurs. And so if you have been thinking about starting a business, now is the time to put your plan on paper. Put your plan on paper, put your ideals on paper, and begin to develop that plan so that you can launch your business. So this is going to be a great opportunity for many entrepreneurs to start their business as a result of coming out of the recession that we find ourselves in. Any questions? I'm not going to keep y'all on here too much longer. Any questions? All right. So again, these are steps to take to prepare. Steps to take before you prepare your taxes, whether you're doing it yourself or whether you're hiring somebody to do it. If you're doing it yourself, you can skip step one, which is choose a preparer. You want to make a schedule, book a time with me if you're going to use my services so that we can talk about your situation. I can give you an ideal of an approximate cost of doing your tax return. You want to make sure you gather all of your documents. Gather all of your documents so you can submit them all at one time. If you're itemizing, make sure you have all of your receipts. If you're going to be itemizing, if you have a business, you want to make sure you have your profit and loss statement and balance sheet. If you have a shoebox full of receipts and a listing of your income, that is accounting, that is not tax preparation, there is additional fee. So the better organized you are with your records, the less time it will take to prepare your tax return, which calculates into a lower fee. Make sure you have all your personal information, copy your driver's license, Social Security. Make sure you have those for your dependents as well. Birthdays, I forgot to say that earlier. Birthdays, want to make sure you have birthdays for everyone as well. Let's see, plan ahead for any refund, or if you're going to make a payment with your return, a voided check would be best to have with your tax documents showing what bank account you want that big old refund in, or what bank account you're going to pay them taxes with. Now, you don't have to pay the taxes with the return, but if you have it, go ahead and pay it. If you don't do the return, you can pay the taxes, or they'll do April 15th. But again, it's better to do the return and not pay than to not do the return, because then you're going to end up owing more if you wait past April 15th. And again, it's always helpful and beneficial to have a copy of last year's tax return submitted with your information as well. And again, if you want to reach out, book a time with me. Again, you can use the link bit.ly Brother Juan / Brother Juan, bit.ly /Brother Juan. It takes you to my link tree on my website. I'll drop that in here. So this will be visible on my personal page, the Next Step page, and YouTube. And then when I finish here on Instagram, I'll put the link in there for you as well. Also, that on Instagram, if you're watching, that link is in my bio. That link is in my bio. So you can check out my bio and have that link directly there. So again, this is Brother Juan. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I see there are no questions. If you need my services, feel free to reach out. Reach out. All right. So book a time. Let's talk about your tax biz. Or if you are in need of bookkeeping, accounting, and CFO services, let's talk about your biz. But this is Brother Juan. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe and warm. And we'll see y'all next time.